Hey, let's see, let's get everybody on board. All right. Hello. Wow. Let's see, the camera is over here and over here. So it's going to look a little weird if I look. Oh, yeah. Now I know what's going on. Oh, no. Okay. Well, let's see. How are we going to do this? Because there's one camera here, there's one camera. Anyway, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. What's up? Wow, this is really awkward. The cameras are way off each other. There's a big gap between the cameras. So I thought I'd try something different. Probably shouldn't try things different at this point. What's going on, Marcella? Heather, Anon, Anna. I don't know. Janet, if I ruined your name, I apologize. So welcome. I got a great little story for you. If you don't know, now you know. I am a huge story guy. I love stories. I love when people share their stories with me. I love hearing stories. I love to tell stories. I just love stories. And especially if they're true stories. Come on, let's go. So there's this little boy of young age that he has a dream of becoming a musician. How many of you as a child wanted to be a musician? Drop a one in the comment. This is really interesting. How many of you wanted to be a musician as a child? Drop a one in the comments. Maybe a rock star, maybe a superstar, maybe you were into jazz. Drop a one in the comments if you ever wanted to be a musician as a child. Miss Marcy, what's happening? Welcome, everybody. Barbie, how are you? Sorry, my cameras are way off each other tonight. So this young kid always had a dream of becoming a musician. Now he didn't really have the support of his mom and dad, although in the beginning, his dad is the one who actually helped him out with music. He taught him music, but then he got really down and depressed and sad when he lost his wife, right, or the kid's mom. So, but he kind of continued. The kid really wanted to be a musician, so he continued to work at it, and his life kind of changed when he moved to Vienna. When he moved there, he started to publish his music. And what happened was it got the attention of some wealthy folks. Well, the wealthy folks started to fund his work and they really enjoyed it. But then all of a sudden, this guy starts to lose his hearing, gets really panicked, and is worried about his whole life changing. How can he play music when he can't hear? And so he decides to continue and he decides to feel the music, feel the vibrations of the tunes through the piano. And right before he went completely deaf, he writes his ninth symphony and he plays it in 1824. Fortunately, he couldn't hear the crowd going berserk and giving him just an amazing clap of hands and standing ovation until he turned around and saw how excited everyone is because of his performance. This is the story of Ludwig van Beethoven. That's gangster good. That's so good. That's so good. Now, you may not be into that type of music. Totally okay. But you can't deny the story. I am willing to bet the farm that 9.99999% of us will quit at that point. We'll say, what's the point? I can't be a musician. I can't hear anything. How can I be a musician? How many of you would actually, if you're brave, and if you like to admit, let's see, how many of you would quit at that point? Drop a 2 in the comments if you would quit being a musician if you found out you're going deaf. I know I would. I'm just telling you. Unless, I wouldn't know how to do it. I'd be the first one to tell you, right? And yet, not only he doesn't quit, he gets to not only change his life, but he gets a chance to stamp what he did forever, for decades, for generations, to learn, to enjoy, to study from, to get inspired from. Generation after generation can appreciate what he's done. And yet, we don't know anybody that would do that, let alone do ourselves. I know that. But isn't it amazing that we love to tell that story like we were that guy, or we were so close to Beethoven, right? Not the case. So the next time you get a little speed bump on your way to the top in your journey, if you would, in pursuit of your purpose, the next time you get a little tiny little bump, you remember the story. Remember the story of a guy who was a musician, went deaf, and continued to be a musician. In fact, made history in a way that it's going to be there for generations to come and to come and to come. Remember that guy and say to yourself, you know what? My obstacle, my challenge is not as grand as Beethoven being a musician, losing his hearing. So I can continue still, right? So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. And if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Let's go. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.